Well, good morning, everybody, and hope that you are having a wonderful start to your day. It's a beautiful day out there. Sun is shining, and man, I think it's going to warm up really nice, and excited about that. And so, hopefully, you're able to get out and about and enjoy some of that sunshine. And it is, man, it is just gorgeous out there right now with that sun shining through. Want to encourage you as you're just now getting on, hit that share button real quick, and we'll get started here in just a moment here. But once again, it's great to be with you. We had a wonderful night last night, wonderful night of Bible study, and then also as our young people had a good time last night as well. I'm just so thankful for all. I just want to say thank you to all of our rock workers for all that they do for our children's ministry, for our teenagers, and thank you so much for your willingness to help out with that. And we'd had a great night last night. All right, here we go. Let's look, if you would, join me in the book of Psalms, okay? Join me in the book of Psalms. And as we note in Psalms, I want you to join me in Psalm 142. Psalm 142. I'll give you a moment to get there. Psalm 142. We're going to look at verse number 4. Psalm 142 and verse number 4. The Bible says, I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. I want us to, just for a couple minutes today, focus on really what is the greatest need in a person's life today. Maybe what is the greatest battle that we face in life today. And we find what that is here in this passage. You look at the psalmist here, the psalmist who seems to be alone by himself. He says, I looked on my right hand, and behold, there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. Here's the sad reality of this life is that oftentimes we feel alone. Oftentimes we cannot, it's hard for us to function because we are so alone. And when we are alone, say hello really quick, say hi. And as you think about this, just kind of the three thoughts in this passage, there was no man. First of all, there was no man, so maybe four, that would then know me. You see, I think we've got maybe a bit of a problem in our churches today, maybe in our Christianity today. You see, we come to church, but do we really get to know our church family? Here it says there's no man, and that's a sad thing that he's got nobody in his life. But secondly, what is also sad is that there's no man, first of all, that would know him. And I want to encourage you today. Let's look to get to know people. Let's look to invest in people. Let's look to be a part of people's lives. And I would say, man, invest in your church family. Look to for opportunity to connect with your church family. And then we see another thought here. It says, refuge failed me. He had nowhere to turn. There was no body to turn to, and there was no place to turn to. And how sad at the end here that no man cared for my soul. And I want to encourage you along just a couple of lines as we consider this no man cared for my soul. First of all, and we looked at this, I believe, yesterday. Hey, we need to be more uh, um, more willing, if you will, to tell people about Jesus Christ. Do you really care about the souls of man? Do you really care about your neighbor's soul? Do you really care about your coworker's soul? Do you really care about the souls of your family? And that list goes on. Well, if you did, you'd share Jesus. Secondly, here he says, no man cared for my soul. Here's right. Here's what I think we all experience. Sometimes we feel alone, and we feel like nobody cares. And so here the psalmist here, uh, David, hey, no man cares for my soul. Let's look for opportunities to invest in the lives of others, become a part of the lives of others. And let's care for, no, don't do that. Let's care for the souls of people, the souls of mankind. Let's care for them legitimately. It's not just a, hey, how you doing? But care for them, pray for them, seek to be a part of their life. How sad this psalm is. No man cares for my soul. Here's another thought. We've got several people watching this morning. I don't know what many of you are going through, what your challenges are. And you don't know some of the things that I'm going through and the challenges that I'm having in my life right now. Yeah, and apparently Christy as well. But as you think about it, the caring for the souls of people, we don't know what different people are going through that we're connected to, that we have interactions with. We don't know exactly what is going on in their life. But you know what we can do? We can care for people. We can care for people that that we come in contact with. And we might not know their whole story, but you know what? We sure can be kind because we don't know what they're experiencing. Hey, the interaction you have at the cash register with the cashier, you don't know what they're going through. So let's make it pleasant. Okay? Your place of work. Okay? We often don't know the lives of our coworkers and what they're experiencing at home and what they're experiencing in the relationships, maybe with their spouse, with their children. But we can care for them. Our church family. We might not know the ins and outs of the difficulties that they're struggling with, but you know what we can do? We can care for them by being kind and gracious and loving. Because here's the thing. We don't need to know what the difficulties are sometimes. People just need to know that they're cared for. And here in Psalm 142, verse number 4, I looked at my right hand, look at the despair, and behold, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me, no man cared for my soul. And here the psalmist is saying, man, I just wish there was somebody that cared. And it might be today that you are that person that cares. You are that person that shows kindness and love, grace, maybe even forgiveness towards somebody, showing that you truly, legitimately care about them. What's the greatest need that people have? Obviously, we know that it's Jesus, but people need to know that they're cared for, that they're loved. And so let's be kind. Let's be gracious to people because we don't know the difficulty that some people are experiencing. So let's care for others. Let's be kind. Where the Bible tells us in Ephesians chapter 4, and be ye kind one to another. Okay? And our verse for the day, if you came on a little bit late, is Psalm 142 and verse number 4. Psalm 142, verse number 4. It might be that you've felt this same way as the psalmist. It might be that you've cried out the same way that this psalmist has. And you know what it's like to have nobody, to have no place. You know what it's like to feel like you're not loved and all of that. So what can we do? Well, I would encourage you, and don't take this wrong, let's not have a pity party. let's just simply care for others. Let's treat others how we would desire to be treated. Okay, Psalm 142, verse number 4. All right, let's greet those that have commented here this morning, live on Facebook at least. Karen, good morning to you. Hope that you're enjoying that grandbaby. David and Claudia, good morning to you both as well. Hope that you guys have an awesome day. Dennis and Geraldine, have a wonderful day as well. And Paula, good morning to you. Hope that you have a great day. Charlie and Marcia, good to have you guys on today. Have a wonderful day there as well. And Chris, thank you so much for being on this morning. And David, I like that second comment, that third comment, I guess. If you can be anything, always be kind. And that is such a good thought there. We can always be kind. And I'll just share this with you right now. We're gonna have our senior luncheon here in a couple of hours, and I'm gonna challenge them from the Word of God to respond rightly. And oftentimes it's hard to respond in kindness because we aren't treated with kindness. But I love that statement there. If you can be anything, always be kind. And that's so good there. Jerry, thanks for being on today as well. And I love that we can share the love that God shows us. That is so good. Let's be that mirror, if you will, and reflect what God has done in our life. All right, let me just kind of give a couple of quick shout outs here about the weekend, and then we'll close up shop here this morning. Let me share this with you. Today, as you know, we have our senior luncheon. And you may even be greeted by Christy here at Maping if you show up for that senior luncheon. So look forward to that. That'll be at 11 o'clock. And so please be sure to be here on time, and we'll enjoy some good lunch together. Oh, bye. Yeah. And then this weekend, busy weekend. Don't forget the Easter events here. Sunday school, 9:45. Last week of our Sunday school contest. That's 9:45. So be here. If you don't normally come to Sunday school, be there. We also have Easter service for Sunday morning at 10:30. Choir is singing several songs, and then following the service there, we'll have our Easter egg hunt as well for the kids. And so be here if you can. Bring somebody with you. You won't regret being here, and I guarantee you, your guests won't regret it either. Okay, so that's just kind of the rundown of the weekend. Hope to see you sometime here today. If you are 50 years or older, we'd love to have you out for this senior luncheon. Have a great day, everybody. Lord willing, we'll see many of you later this morning, and also tomorrow morning for our Power Up. Have a great day.